So Terry, Christmas Day, and instead of spending it with your friends and family, you've come to Slough to spend it with us.
Yeah.
What's this?
Christmas presents.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you ever so much. It's a bit dusty, this one.
Letraset.
Letraset. Oh,
Wow.
I've heard of such things.
Yes.
This is lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This will make, about £5 on eBay.
If that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have minutes of fun with this.
Thank you very much, Jamie.
Right.
Anywho,
No cheese.
there's no randomiser this week. Many years ago, people will no doubt remember that we had the randomiser print out the names of 5 Jerry Anderson Christmas episodes.
Right.
We put them into crackers. 2 of them have been pulled. We have 3 crackers remaining. So, Terry, you are welcome to choose whichever cracker you like. We've got Joe 90, Terrahawks, and New Captain Scarlet Christmas episodes in there. Yes, you'd like a Terrahawks one, wouldn't you?
I'm going for the middle one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no!
That's fine. But what did you win?
Ooh. Lady Penelope.
Lady Penelope. That's very nice.
Right. And this is this the traditional hat?
This is the hat indeed.
Oh, it's almost Thunderbirdy, isn't it? Yeah. It looks good.
They missed a trick by not putting the logos on the
Yeah,
front. So you have the episode printout in the cracker, I believe, but there is also a little bit of a question there.
Which Thunderbird is in a state of constant orbit?
Oh. Do you know Podsterons? I think most of them do. What one's that?
Is it number 5?
It's Thunderbird 5, yes. So, do you have the episode printout?
Christmas Miracle.
Christmas Miracle, you know what that is, don't you?
Terrahawks.
Terrahawks, here we go.
Yes.
Terrahawks, a Christmas miracle. And it is. Terry, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
In your lovely shirt.
Merry Christmas.
And you, Merry Christmas indeed. Yes, as you all may have noticed, Terry is joining us to sit in on this episode. So we're very excited for this. Does this bring back any memories? Hawk Nest, Christmas?
I think with this one, I had moved down to the special effects department by there, but I had spent quite a time up on the puppet stage building the sets, and the sets were like jigsaw puzzles, beautifully made. Someone will remind me who the name of the builder was, but he did wonderful jobs, and it was all put it together like a puzzle all over a big pit, so the puppeteers could do that underneath. So yeah, it was. You had to be, I'm glad I was much younger then, because you had to be quite fit. And this was another one, Zelda's spacecraft, loads of pieces, and we were trying to get everything done as quickly as possible. So if this wasn't being used, we'd try and put up and get as many shots, but you might be putting up 2 sets a day.
Yeah.
So you'd have to strike all that, store it, and then build up the other one. So
Yeah, I've seen pictures of this set with various sort of trapdoors in the floor.
Yeah, that's it,
Was it that there was like a set number and you just kind of had to use what was there, or could you say, oh, we need one there, someone get the saw and let's cut a new hole in the floor?
No, because as I say, you very rarely see the floor because it was all built over a big pit.
Yeah.
So you might get little bits where you can just like a false ceiling or a false floor that you can put in, but we tried not to sort of damage the set as much as we can because we're going to keep using it.
It's a wonderful set, particularly this one.
Yeah.
I've always loved that rotating thing, whatever it's supposed to be.
I'm not sure where that came from, but it really works.
It makes getting screenshots of Zelda sitting in front of it really difficult because it's always moving and it's always blurry. But
these were all the stock shots that Steve did.
and even there's some beautiful props in there. That painting and so forth.
Peter. I'm forgetting names.
Let him sleep.
Peter, no, the pop maker. He was brilliant, absolutely. I started work with him when I first joined. He was the pop maker, and on the set, he was actually had his prop making thing on the set, his shop.
See, I'm actually, I own that red telephone that's on Tiger's desk now.
Oh,
I got it in the auction
wow.
a few years ago, yeah. I also bid on the helmet that Young Star wore later in this episode, but I didn't get it.
The sort of World War One, yeah.
Now, Zero, what time is it?
You were 0800.
But this was sort of like, Bob Bell with Gary Tompkins, Mark Harris, all these people have gone on, Gary and Mark have gone on to be top art directors working on Star Wars and Harry Potter. So once again, it was a great training ground.
I suggest you both change
Peter Holmes.
All right. Yeah.
1099.
There are some pictures of the prop department, I guess. Just shelves and shelves of all of these desks and chairs and bits and pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all lovely, produced in miniature. Especially like the china and that, the paintings and such.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you actually remember specifically this episode being shot, do you?
I do, yeah. I say at the moment it's a lot of on the special effects stage. It's a lot of stock shots at the moment. But once we get that, I remember because I think this one was one of those sort of sets where it was because you had the tables that you set up with sand, and you have a lot of exteriors. And I think this one, if I remember rightly, it's a lot of on the moon.
Yeah.
So it was all just. When we did sort of like flying in space, the whole studio was covered in black velvet. And so there was no building of sets on the tables. And if I remember rightly, this was mainly just a black studio.
Yeah, it's a rare Christmas special that can claim it's got lots of explosions in it. Even for an Anderson Christmas episode, that's quite rare. 'Cause for the most part, they're quite sort of small scale and quite cosy, the Christmas episodes. Whereas this one is fairly spectacular. And it also has almost a bit to say in terms of the inspiration behind the story, which I suppose we'll get to later. But yeah, I've always enjoyed this one.
Some lovely lighting as well. Really nice.
Yes. And I would imagine that it would have been produced on something of a budget compared to, say, previous Anderson shows. But even now, it still holds up.
Yeah.
I believe there's a whole world behind that little sliding blue door.
Yeah. I love that. Fly me to the moon. And I think that is one of the original props from Space 1999.
It's the same rotating moon, Turned up in other things filmed at Bray as well, like Doctor Who and so on.
Oh, wow.
You've picked up an intruder. Hold on a moment.
Don't know what to do you, clever clogs?
Of course I do.
So how do you feel overall the series compared to sort of previous Anderson stuff?
I can see why some people don't like it as much. You know, I think it's some of the time the proportions can be a bit out. But once again, you know, I've been speaking to Jamie and Richard about it. As it moved on, not specifically this one, but there was a lot more comedy in it.
Yes.
And I think, you know, it wasn't something you got in the Anderson programs up to this. You know, obviously Tony Barwick doing the business, but as this went on a bit more, and as you know, when we've done the audio ones, we really focus on the comedy, and I think that was different. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people were expecting Thunderbirds Mark II, and I think I've heard it said that that Terrahawks is not very good at being Thunderbirds, but it's very good at being Terrahawks. It is its own thing. And there's no reason why it should be like the older shows.
But obviously, you know, I was in my 20s when I was watching this, but I've spoken to people who were very, very, you know, 8 or 10, and Zelda scared them. Really did. And you talk to people about Terrahawks and they think, well, that's the one with Zelda. You know, so that's sort of like been imprinted on their minds.
Even with it now being on ITVX, you search ITVX and Terrahawks, you see a lot of people going, oh, I haven't seen that in years, and I've spent the whole day watching it. And great fun. Rare shot of a puppet's feet there.
I'm not interested in bravery from machines.
See, once again, this was Jerry giving people opportunities. I think Tony Lenny directed this, who was the editor. And I know Bob Bell, Tony Bell's son, had a go at directing. And you also had, you know, your Alan Patillos and your Des Saunders, people like that. So you had the experience, and then Jerry giving the opportunity for other people.
So if the TV series had gone on a bit longer, do you think you might have asked to write any of it?
I think I would have loved to, because I really, once again, sort of working with Jerry, I was getting more and more into writing as well. So I think, you know, if they did another series, I might have sort of moved forward with that,
Yes, Mother.
So yeah, we're now getting into the sort of inspiration of this one, which is the World War I Christmas truce,
Yes, yes.
which I think is just a genius idea to base a story on.
Yeah.
Gun is being assembled.
And even though it's a dream, everyone is so in character.
Yeah, yeah. And it's very poignant, you know, the bits coming up. It sort of reminded me a bit of the last episode of Blackadder Goes Forth.
Yeah.
Which was, just made you shiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think this one, I'm not 100% sure. I think this is when we started to discover rubber dust.
All right.
Because we've been doing all the explosions, and then a local company, obviously you probably can't get it to today because of health and safety and chemicals, but they found out rubber dust would make it come in different colours, so you could put it on the sand.
Oh, right.
Make it. And then we saw, if you look at these explosions, that when it goes off, there's balls of flame, and that's the rubber burning.
Oh, right.
But it instantly disappears.
Yeah.
So you could have really big explosions, but it especially on tabletops, and it disappeared really quickly.
Oh.
But as I say, you probably couldn't use it now but you can see it sometimes. When you see it, so you see the flames just. It just added to the spectacular sort of effect of it.
And again, this stuff still holds up incredibly well.
Yeah.
And this also incorporates the cube guns, which had only been seen in, I think, one episode previous.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that was ever used again.
No.
And also battle tanks on the moon.
Yeah.
This is the only time you see that. And it all just looks great.
Sort of wonderful shots,
Especially when this one just comes past in the foreground.
Yeah. And as I say, those tables were about 3 meters, not that long.
No.
Not that long. So what you was getting out there, and once again, DOP Harry Oakes, experience doing wonderful jobs here.
Yeah. There's a wonderful sense of scale and location to it all.
Mother.
But you're talking about characters, and another character that never really took off was Pluto, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think you see it in this one.
Yeah, he's out on the surface with them. See, I have a feeling that there's an episode that was produced a couple of episodes after this, where Youngstar and Pluto are somewhere, and there's a huge battle, and at the end only Youngstar is the survivor.
Right.
And I've kind of always assumed that Pluto sort of died there because he never came back. But yeah, that's just my own idea. I think he's probably in one of the audios somewhere.
Yeah.
You are an android. You don't need.
Had you met any of the cast prior to doing the audios?
No. I don't think I met any of the cast until we did the audios, because that was all sort of done separate.
Yeah.
In the all at Bray, but done separately. And this is, once again, we only had one Zeef.
Yes.
And that's Steve Begg doing it all in camera. The Zeefs were on like a pole, black pole covered in black velvet, and it was the camera that was moving. So that was static, and we had a little control to make them bank.
Yeah, I've seen some sort of raw footage.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen some sort of raw footage. There's like a shot of a Zeef approaching Earth, and as it gets closer to Earth, it kind of banks so that the two aren't in the same space.
And as I say, that was all done in camera. Sort of going forward, rolling it back, and
You'd never tell that those three Zeefs weren't together.
yeah.
Yeah, there's little Pluto.
And once again, we had a monitor, but Steve would probably have like a Chinograph pen or pencil that he would draw on the screen, so he knew where the track was and where he could put the stars.
Pieces.
We follow the battle plan to victory.
I think you were saying as well that Ninestein is a bit of a piece of work, I mean, throughout the series, but particularly
this one,
in
was
this.
really sort of,
And the fact that this is his own dream as well.
Yes,
It's like, I'm going to ruin Christmas for everybody, because that's what I do.
He going to sleep?
Yes.
And part of me also thinks that if it ever came to a final battle between the Terrahawks and the Martians, this is how it would go down for real.
Yeah.
None of this feels out of character for any of them,
You're right.
except perhaps the ending of the dream, which we'll get to. But yeah, the fact that this is all inspired by real life
Yeah,
events
yeah.
is
And
incredibly
it's not pulling back.
No.
You know, it's
Well, you've got the Zeroid carcasses
Yeah, yeah.
there. That's always fairly graphic. Seeing them on fire and with holes in them.
Tell the battle tanks to cease fire.
This, patron. Listen! The Terrahawks have stopped firing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the silliness of the series, but it was often quite poignant, and this is just a beautiful place to take inspiration from. I would imagine it probably went over the head of certain younger members of
it
the
probably
audience.
did.
And
Yeah, yeah. But you know, there's silence there, and the music's gone and things.
Firing stopped.
of course, you only have a handful of Zeroids and a lot of, I'm guessing, number stickers to apply to
that was
them.
it. Yeah, yeah.
It's a miracle. A Christmas miracle. Can anyone over there hear me?
Yes! I hear you!
Hold your fire! I'm coming out!
And that's clearly one of those reversed shots that you'd said about earlier.
Or sometimes we had like an air canister, like an aqualung, with a little tube on it with like a trigger, and then we would blow them out of shot with air.
Yeah.
So that works sometimes.
Of inviting them back.
Welcome to our humble ship. Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Yes. Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
We have heard of Christmas. It is a festival. A celebration.
Yeah, I think the voice actors do a really good job throughout the whole series. But this is a nice dynamic as well of friendship and
I think, you know, and the futility of war, you know, sort of coming out on that.
Let's have a party.
which is something, you know, you can't teach kids early enough, I don't think.
This song and this music, Kate Kestrel's song, takes me right the way back to where I was in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
This really sums up the sort of type of 80s music that was going on at the time. You know, this was times of, I think, sort of Back to the Future and Flashdance, and it's a real, you know, when I was watching it recently, I thought, yep, this is the 80s. This is, I can remember this so well, you know, this atmosphere.
And I still say that these are all really good songs for the most part. It must have been very difficult to churn out. I think there's about 20 over the course of the series. They're very listenable.
Moya Griffiths.
Moya Griffiths,
Yeah.
yeah. And sadly, most of them don't survive.
So they've never done a recording of them?
There's a soundtrack album just come out, but only 2 or 3 of them exist in full.
Oh, right.
Some of them you can kind of piece together by lifting chunks from the episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not one of them, unfortunately.
With the enemy?
And of course, we have our special, slower, romantic Christmas.
Yes, yes, that was...
Yeah, oddly, this was one they didn't try to release. SOS was released.
Yes, I remember we did the video for that.
With the explosions going off in front of Vanderbilt Records at
That's
the
it,
end.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Any danger of sort of damaging the models at that point? Because in that shot, it's a very close explosion.
Explosions were always pointed away, and also, you know, there was a foreshortening in the camera sort of thing. Maybe got some scorch marks, but never really sort of destroyed much of them, especially like the Anderbirds one.
No. Oh, scorch marks, that's just added detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, looking at all this party gear and the streamers and the hats, all for one scene.
Yeah.
I always think that's great with the puppet shows, where you've had to build puppet scale hats, balloons.
Yeah. So I think, you know, that was helped by the puppets probably being the biggest that Anderson's ever used. So, you know, that wasn't too bad to get the scale in. You know, so children's hats would fit them.
Yeah.
To a different tune when I get you home, you wretched boy.
I may never go home again.
So do you remember a particular like favourite episode from the show to work on, or is it all just one big happy memory?
It is. It's one big. I think it was almost the final one. On special effects wise, we had a oil refinery.
Yes.
And I think we just put as many explosions into it. I enjoyed that one, and the other one I enjoyed was Spruilla.
Oh yeah.
We had the King Kong thing. But also, I had some great. Yes, it's amazing. I must admit, I did forget about this when I was watching it the other day, and I went, oh right.
What dear. Is this, Zelda?
And of course, again, this is still Tiger's dream.
Yeah.
So what does this say about our fearless leader? We don't want to know. We don't want to think about this.
Let's not go there. I think going back to when I was on the puppets, there's some favourite episodes. Space Samurai. Thought that was a beautiful set. That was really nice. And I think the other one, which you have a prop from, was the Sheriff's Office.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Zelda, please.
That was in a few episodes.
Yeah.
For space sake, Zelda, will you get off me? Zelda.
Oh dear.
No.
But it works. It's just so silly that I find I can't help but love it.
Mary.
I mean, I first discovered the show on the sort of tape trading network, so I was getting episodes of this alongside all the other shows, and it never really sort of stuck out to me as an odd one out.
Right.
And I'm glad that over the years, with the Blu-ray releases and such, that it's kind of been rehabilitated a bit.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You do look a bit pale.
And I think, once again, it's the people that were watching it, I guess as yourself, as a kid, and now coming back to it, and sort of saying, I think with a lot of these things, it's not what you're watching, it's where you are, where that's taking you back. And so I watch all these and all the special, and I know where I was standing.
Yeah.
And I know what was going on and things like that. So it's great sort of memory jerkers, it really is. And I was just amazed it was 40 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And this was a nice touch.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that one all the way through. I always have.
Very festive and very.
Thank goodness the
different-
randomiser produced this for us. Yes.
And no noughts and crosses.
No noughts and crosses this week. Yeah, it's the only episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of names there. Yeah. Yeah, Peter Holmes.
Yours will be on here, won't it?
Yeah, I think it's. There we go. Yeah, so Malcolm and Ross were a father and son.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is another lovely photo as well.
Yeah, I think it was used as a Christmas card as well.
I was going to say, we've got the original photo. There's a couple of different angles, and it is very Christmas
I
card
think
worthy.
it was sent out to crew.
Yeah.
We know it at home somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for
thank
joining
you.
me today,
No,
Mr.
that's
Terry.
really good.
For a
Really
very, very Terry Christmas to you. And
Yeah.
what could be more festive than a bit of Terrahawks on Christmas Day?
Brilliant.
It truly is a Christmas miracle.
Terry Christmas.
Terry Christmas, everybody.